I'm so glad that you could talk to me tonight. Oh my God. Oh, this is even better than I was hoping. I was going to say, so what's your relationship to Star Wars?
You made me clean and organize the office.
Oh, I'm so excited. Anthony Herrera, thank you so much for, I'm recording this for our Star Wars STEM night, which is on Thursday. We are actually, you're going to love this. We are actually having a special guest, the 501st, which is Vader's Fist. The
Oh,
guy, yeah, exactly. So we're having
wow.
stormtroopers coming, and Darth Vader is coming, but people are gonna get a chance to go hands-on with different design and technology elements and engineering, and really that's where you fit in because I really am excited. I mean, your designs really inspired me to even start this whole night because I was working on one of your designs. And I was like, this has so much to do with, there's so much thought that goes behind these things. And so that's why I decided I was going to email you and just say, hey, might you be interested in talking to my folks?
Wow, thank you so much. That's really nice to hear. A lot of people really like the snowflakes, so I like talking to them about it and just hearing their experiences with it.
Yeah, so tell me how you got started as a designer, and I said the whole, I'm just overwhelmed by your Star Wars collection. It is massive. That is fantastic.
Thank you. I got into design when I was in college in the early 2000s. So I was a fine arts major, and so I've always just loved doing anything in art. And I got a job at a gallery doing design work. And once I graduated, I decided I really liked it, so I kept with it. And I've been doing graphic design professionally for about, is it now, a little like 13 years.
Okay, so I mean, do you do mostly user interface stuff, or do you do fine arts?
No, it's mostly print design, logo design. So a lot of my professional work is business design. So logos, signs, print work. What else? Not a whole lot of UI interface or anything like that. I mean, occasional websites and such, but it's mostly things that have an end result, a physical end result.
Yeah, yeah. So, that's and my brother's a graphic designer too, and that's why I was wondering whether or not you got to actually have, so you have the good stuff that you can hold and you can touch. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. At my work right now, we have a sign shop and we produce vinyl as well. So I not only design, but we also produce a lot of stuff ourselves in house. So we'll print out vinyl, we'll create decals for people, we'll make signs for people. We wrap cars in vinyl graphics.
Oh
So it's a
man.
lot of hands on.
Oh, that's really fun. That's really fun. So, tell me how you got started with the snowflakes.
Um, a while back, I want to say it was 2011, I believe. I actually found a Star Wars snowflake online. Somebody sent it to me, and my daughter, she was she was 6 at the time. We wanted to do one together, so we cut them out and everything like that. And there was just a few patterns available, and we really enjoyed it. And they were really difficult, but we had a good time. And she requested another character. Her favorite character at the time was Ahsoka Tano from
From episode 1, right?
Force. So I told her, yeah, I could design one of these. Sure. What's that?
I was
So I told her I could design one. So I actually designed snowflakes, and then I put them online as a free download and shared them with some people, and they took off. They were really popular that first year, so that's encouraged me every year after that to continue to add on to the collection.
That's really cool. How did you? So yeah, I was wondering whether or not it was for like your daughter, or I mean, for a child of yours. So that's cool. Now you said that there's a real challenge in you even following that direction. So what's the process that you go through when you're actually doing the design?
Well, I start with just paper and pencil every time, and I start sketching out characters. And with all the snowflakes, obviously they're symmetrical, so you have to think of a character that is symmetrical, at least in the way you're going to draw them, and have to visualize what that's going to look like once the pattern is complete. So I'll think of a character, I'll start sketching them and just try and come up with a shape for them. They need to look like the character, but they can't be too detailed, because if it's too photorealistic, too detailed, nobody's going to be able to cut them and make them, and they'll just get frustrated. So there's a balance there. These snowflake patterns that I make, when you fold them, I believe it creates 12 layers of paper that you have to cut through. And that's not really easy, especially for the inner workings. So I have to come up with a design that's simple enough, but still has some challenge to it. I think a lot of people really like the challenge.
Yeah, to try to get in there with your X-Acto blade and make sure that it's going to be, that it's going to still have that snowflakiness, as well as the Star Warsiness. I mean, I think that's one of the balances that you've done, is that you still have that kind of that almost filigree work, but then you've got, it's not impossible to do. Do you take an image? Do you use any computer work while you're doing it, or are you doing this hand sketched and?
It starts out as a hand sketch. They look, I don't know if this will show up, but they look like this.
Yes, yeah, I can see that really well.
As you can see, I'm just drawing half of a character's face, knowing in my head what the symmetry will look like, and I just fill them in with pencil and work on one until I think it looks good enough. From there, I scan this, and I use Adobe Illustrator to vector them out, and I repeat the pattern really easily in Illustrator. All I do is actually vector just the one wedge, and then I repeat the pattern so it is symmetrical when it's all finished.
So you can see what the end product is going to look like before you even just take the one wedge to print.
Exactly.
That's it.
And so that's how I make the previews for my website, so people can see what it is they're about to make. When they print the PDF download, they're just seeing the one wedge.
Right.
And they have to fold it and cut it, and it's a nice little surprise when they unfold it and see the whole thing put together.
I see that you're working on your episode 7 stuff already. I saw your BB-8 and I saw, I said a couple other characters. Is that what you're working on right now, or is that?
They're up on my website right now.
Oh, I missed them. So, oh my gosh, how can I miss them? I just got go ahead.
7 characters. So I did Rey, BB-8, who else? The new Stormtroopers, Kylo Ren, Poe, Dameron, and a second Kylo Ren with that crossbar lightsaber.
Yeah, that's really. Now, how do you scale back? Because I'm sure when you design to begin with, you've got like all your detail, because, well, actually, no, I was thinking about your whole, sorry, you tell me about how you scale back so it's simple enough that we lay people can do it.
I'll look at a lot of photos of the character I'm doing, and as I'm drawing, I'm thinking of simplistic form. So they kind of have a cartoonish, almost caricature look to them. So eyes and eyebrows will sometimes merge, and it's a general shape of an eye. It's not really detailed. The shape of the head is really important as well. I kind of start with that. Oftentimes what I'll originally sketch out is different than what I fill in more detailed, and then that could also be different than what I actually vector. So throughout the whole process, I'm constantly changing and fine-tuning them. And even sometimes after I've vectored one and then I do the pattern and see what it looks like all together, maybe sometimes they don't turn out and I just scrap it and start over.
Do you cut your own out just to see how hard it's going to be, or do you just say, too bad for you?
Honestly, I haven't cut all of them out before. A lot of them I have. Usually I'm trying to make as many as I can and put them online for people. I haven't had time to do all of them, and I get put to shame. People share images with me, and there's been a lot of people who have done every single one, and I think I'm over 50 now.
Wow.
And they'll post pictures of all of them, and I just have to think, wow, you've done more than I have.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like I said, the fact that you're spending your time as this gift, and that you're just sharing it out there. What is your philosophy on designing just as something to give to other people?
Originally I did it, I just thought, there's a lot of things online that you can get for free, and it's fun. And this was a simple little craft. Like I said, my first original ones were just 6, and I just wasn't sure how well it'd be received. I mean, it's Star Wars, it's a fun little paper craft, so I just put it online. And as I said, the response was so overwhelming, and it was really fun to see all these people share them and post pictures. I had a cousin in San Francisco call me and was like, I saw your snowflakes at a Starbucks hanging on the window.
Oh,
and
wow.
yeah, things like that. The way how they get shared and posted, and everybody's really excited about them. So that made me want to just keep doing it and giving them away for free. It's a really fun creative outlet for me. I mean, I love Star Wars. This was kind of something that I was pretty good at, the snowflake crafting. It was challenging enough that made me want to keep doing more intricate ones. So yeah, I just enjoyed the challenge, and I enjoy people's response. I enjoy seeing people share them and have fun with them.
Yeah, it's just really generous. For me, I just really appreciate it as a fan of Star Wars. When did you start getting really excited about? When did you start loving Star Wars?
I can't remember when I didn't love Star Wars. I don't remember seeing the original trilogy for the first time. I just always had them and watched them repeatedly as I was a kid. So I've always loved Star Wars. I've always collected Star Wars stuff and displayed them. So yeah, I've just been a huge fan and continue to be a big fan, and trying to get my children to be big fans.
How are you doing with that? Because I have one who is insanely excited, and the other one's like, meh,
My daughter, she's 9,
Uh-huh.
so she's had a lot of Star Wars. We watched Rebels together. I remember one time, I think it was in 1st or 2nd grade, she was wearing her Star Wars shirt to school. And a boy told her girls can't like Star Wars because it's a boy thing. And I laughed, and she said something that was just total Star Wars geek knowledge. And I was laughing because I was thinking, you probably know way more about Star Wars than that little boy does.
Right.
Because of that.
Right. Oh, that's beautiful. So she shared some knowledge with him. That's fantastic. Do you have any tips for beginner people who might be interested in in creating their own design?
Yeah, I think the way to do it is just to do something start with something you just really love and are into. And I would say the way to do it is just to draw. Start sketching something. I start with a circle, and I've gridded it out to the little pie wedge. And then I just start sketching some and imagining what half their face looks like. I've seen people, I've inspired some other people because they've shared Sherlock snowflakes.
Oh, wow.
Somebody did an Indian one and sent it to me. Other people have done some other ones. I forgot off the top of my head. Doctor Who. Somebody did some Doctor Who and